Welcome back, you guys. We are about a week into the Pantry Challenge for 2023, and today we just thought it's an easy, slow day for us. We don't have to work, we don't have to go anywhere. So we're gonna do a what we eat in a day video. We are, like I said, because it is a slow, easy day, we are gonna do some of our kind of treat meals, if you will. Some of the meals that maybe aren't the healthiest, but we really enjoy them a lot. And so we are going to start our morning like we always do, though, with a cup of coffee, because we're not really big breakfast people. So cup of coffee for breakfast coming right up. So it's time to have our first actual meal of the day. And for breakfast, lunch, brunch, we're gonna be having a breakfast burrito. So some bacon, eggs, sausage, and potatoes. No sausage, cheese. No sausage. Bacon, eggs, potatoes, cheese, tortillas, hot sauce. Let's do it. Oh yeah, that's greasy. All right, we got the bacon done. We're gonna do a little transferring of the fat because we'll save this for other things. Wow, that's kind of incredible how much. We'll leave some on there though. And then we're gonna go in with the potatoes. Bacon fat is one of the best cooking ingredients for taste. Health, but taste, delicious. All right, potatoes are cooking well. We're gonna go in with the onions. Go ahead and cut this bacon up, and then it's gonna be ready to go back in to the whole mixture. That looks pretty darn good. Cue the slow-mo. All right, we're gonna go ahead with the cheese here. Get that nice and melted. And for our last step, we're gonna go ahead and put 2 full sticks of butter in. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, so the fixings are all done. Sarah is gonna go ahead and roll the burritos. She doesn't know that yet, but she is the master burrito roller. So that's kind of it. And then if you want to put in any salsa or hot sauce or whatever else goes in burritos, beans, rice maybe, whatever you want to do. But these are the breakfast burritos that we love to eat, and they're kind of a treat. We definitely don't have these every day or even every week because they're probably not the most healthiest, but they're delicious and we're gonna enjoy these.
These are hefty.
It was so good that we were just ready to eat it, and we didn't even film any of that. And we forgot eggs. We just forgot eggs. We were both super hungry and just wanted food in our mouth, and we forgot eggs. So I'm gonna go ahead, but they're really good. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a smoothie that we made yesterday because health. And this was just a berry mango, chia seed, and a little bit of kale smoothie in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and drink half of this, because again, health, and the burritos were not very healthy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish brunch with this smoothie here, and then we're just gonna do some chores around the house. It's a lazy day for us, so we'll meet you back for dinner. All right, we're back for dinner. We are going to be having some carbonara for dinner, but before we do that, Sarah is behind me. She's getting stuff ready for pumpkin bread. So this is going to be something that is completely, pretty much from scratch, minus little pumpkin stuffing that we have. But this is kind of the essence of a pantry challenge, is using those old things that you have in your pantry. So we're gonna get the pumpkin bread stuff ready to go.
All right, so we're gonna make the streusel topping first. So we're gonna pop in the rest of our brown sugar. It was about 1/4 cup. A teaspoon of cinnamon. I feel like Betty Crocker. The butter. It says you're supposed to mix it with your fingertips, but I don't know how I feel about that, so I might get the thing. This never works very good. Maybe that's why they say to use your fingers. Should I try it? I feel like crumble just never really works that good. Like, I've never made a crumble look like a crumble, but then once you put it on and you bake it, it works just fine.
Yeah. Is that working better?
It is.
There you go. Kind of looks like puppy chow.
Your mom looks like puppy chow. So we've got 2 1/4 cup flour. We're combining the dry ingredients. So we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. We're going to do a full tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. Just a rough guesstimation there. Okay. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Again, a rough guesstimation for me. Perfect. All right, next is the wet ingredients. So we have our melted butter here. And then I'm gonna pop this pumpkin in here. This bowl looks a little small. I'm like an off-brand Rachel Ray that just does everything a little bit wrong. Ew. Plain pumpkin puree is not where it's at. I mean puree, I said puree. Okay. Next is the sugar. You might have to do a voiceover of this. This bowl is so small. Oh, I'm crying. This bowl is so small. Oh my gosh. Okay, I still have to fit 2 eggs in here. Yeah. Hey. It's coming together. Now just 2 eggs. One of those, thank you. Thank you, my trusty steed. All right, next we're gonna put the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Would you get me a spatula, homie? Just the spatula I was thinking of. The batter's pretty average, so I wouldn't recommend.
Nice.
Streusel topping. That looks pretty good. I'm just gonna pat it in there a little bit. So this bakes for 40 to 45 minutes at 350. If you do muffins, it needs to be at like 425 degrees, so I'm gonna have to bake those separate.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is this the best day of your life, Mabel? Is this the best day of your life, Mudge?
Mudge, I thought you would like it. Oh, he likes it.
All right, so while the pumpkin bread is in the oven, we are gonna go ahead and make some carbonara. And this is anything but a traditional carbonara recipe. We are going to be probably breaking so many rules here. We're going to be using, first of all, we're going to be using bacon instead of guanciale, which is the normal meat that you're supposed to use, but I have no idea where to buy guanciale. It's super expensive, so thick cut bacon will work just fine. We're going to be using grated Parmesan instead of fresh Parmesan, which normally we don't do, but we don't have any fresh Parmesan, so it's going to have to be grated. And last but not least, this is probably the most violent offense. We don't have any regular spaghetti noodles. So we're gonna try a rotini. And we've never tried carbonara with rotini before, so this will be an experiment. It could flop horribly, but we're gonna go and try to make this carbonara with these kind of ragtag group of ingredients here. And if you've never made carbonara before, it can be a very delicate dish to make because you use eggs. You cook the eggs, but you don't want them to turn into scrambled eggs. And the eggs and cheese and the pasta water kind of make the sauce. But you have to be very careful not to cook the eggs so they turn into scrambled eggs. So we're gonna go ahead, get the bacon on and get the water boiling for the pasta, and we'll get right into this. To make the sauce, so we're going to be using 3 eggs. Three eggs, and then we'll whisk this up, and then we're going to do a half a cup of Parmesan cheese to start here. There we go. That's about a half a cup. We'll mix that all. You're gonna get kind of this like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's kind of paste almost, like a little bit liquidy paste. And then eventually, I'm gonna do a little bit more. Eventually we will put some of the pasta water in here, and that will give it a nice sauce consistency. And it actually helps when you put the egg sauce into the pasta. If it's already a little bit warm, it helps so it doesn't completely cook the eggs and turn it, like I said, into scrambled eggs. So we got the bacon going here, and we turned it on to a lower heat because we want all the fat to render out. And once this kind of gets a golden brown coating, that's when we know we'll take just the bacon out, and we're going to try and leave as much fat in there as we can. So it'll probably take 10-12 minutes or so, this process on low heat, but this is a crucial step to get all of that fat out. All right, so the bacon, it's got some good color on it, so I'm gonna go ahead with this strain here. I'm gonna go ahead and strain a little bit of this grease just because there's a decent amount in there. So I'll go ahead and, whoopsies, without breaking anything, just pour a little bit into our bacon grease from this morning. There we go. That's a good amount. Yep, I'd say that looks good. That's on there. That's on a low heat. Let's try these noodles. Those noodles are almost perfect there. So I'm going to be taking the noodles right into here, and then we're going to be saving the pasta water because we'll put a little pasta water in here and into our egg mix. And so we're just going to give this just a minute to finish up here. All right, noodles are perfectly al dente. So I'm going to take it off of the heat. We're just going to transfer those in. We'll go ahead and throw the bacon back in. Mix that together. We got our egg slurry here. And I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to put a little bit more pasta water back in here. And then I'm going to put a little bit more, maybe a 1/4 cup or so, into the slurry here. All right, the most important step. So we've taken the pasta off of the stove here, off of the heat. Now I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to put the egg mix in there, and I'm going to stir it very vigorously with the tongs here. And I'm going to kind of keep an eye and see if I need more pasta water to make it a little bit saucier, a little bit creamier. I'll throw that in there, but I anticipate this would be a good mix here. So with that, here we go. This is the make it or break it moment. Let's not break it. All right, got the eggs in there, and then we're gonna mix. And it's gonna thicken up. When I first put it in, it looked pretty runny, but it's gonna thicken up pretty quickly here. Oh, this rotini looks funny in here. Usually you're supposed to do long, regular spaghetti noodles, but we didn't have any, so like I said, making this up kind of on the fly. I think I'm actually gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And this recipe would definitely be a lot better with real cheese. Just to throw that out there. Cheese would melt a lot better than the grated stuff, but again, during a pantry challenge, you work with what you got. All right, we got our kind of random bowl of carbonara here. We're gonna give it a shot and see how it turned out. It's good. It's really good. The bacon, the cheese, the egg mixture. That's super good. So we're gonna go ahead and eat this. If you've never tried carbonara, again, not the healthiest, but it's delicious. It is so good. And if you can get the actual real ingredients, it's even that much better, but this will do just fine. So we're gonna enjoy this.
Looks good.
I'm curious, I just wanna see what you think.
Why? Did you already try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
You look mischievous. I'm nervous. I'm always a little nervous to eat carbonara because it's good.
Ooh.
Woo!
This looks like a crumble cake.
Well, I guess it is a little bit of a mix. It's got the crumble. Ooh, it's toasty.
Right.
Yeah. If it sucks.
It's good.
It's like not amazing.
I like it. I think this would be super good with some vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
This is healthy pumpkin bread.
Yeah, okay. Must not go that far.
All right, you guys, that is a full day, what we eat in a day. This was a, like I said at the beginning, this was kind of like a treat day. You know, we had the burritos and the carbonara and the pumpkin bread.
No vegetables today.
No, I'm gonna finish my smoothie from earlier, but we need to get you some vegetables in today. And I think, yeah, so this is a special day, right? It's not necessarily what we eat every single day, but I think we'll do probably a healthy version of this same video coming out soon. So thank you guys for watching. I'm Austin.
I'm Sarah.
We'll see you in the next video. Peace.